Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel, NiNjahCheeto here. Today a bit of cool info was given on the official Phantasy Star Discord that I wanted to share with you all. So earlier today, it was actually 2:26 in the morning my time, which is Eastern time. David from SEGA ended up making an announcement from the dev channel in the official PSO2 Discord. And he's just saying, hey everyone, sorry for the wait, here are some more responses from the devs. These are in response to the general feedback from all of you, stay tuned for more. So if y'all didn't know, there's actually like a feedback channel in the official Phantasy Star Discord that you can give feedback for various things in the game that you're wanting to see, like changes or just like bug reports and just all sorts of different things. Like it's a good place to go to just to give like your input on things that you would like to see changed in the game. I'm gonna actually put like in the video description below, I'm gonna put a link to this Discord so that you all can go and join it, and I would definitely suggest you all checking out the feedback channel. But anyway, something really cool that they're saying that we should be looking forward to getting is something we've actually been wanting for a long time. Here in the question was, we want the global version to have extra free storage that Japan gets upon meeting certain requirements. Now, if you play the Japanese version of PSO2, there's actually a 100 storage that you can get from playing the mobile version of the game, PSO2 ES. And all you have to do is just log into PSO2 ES once per month, and it allows you to have a 100 extra storage that you can access freely. So I've always like wanted to see this happen in global. Global unfortunately never got PSO2 ES, but it would be really nice to see that storage pop up. And then we also got another question here that was, please make the weapon camo distributed in the PSO2 ES available in PSO2 Global as well. And there's actually a lot of amazing like items. Like there's not only is there camos, there's also like costumes like the King and Queen Rappy suit. There's various camos. There's just all sorts of different like weapons and items and stuff that came from PSO2 ES that's only in the Japanese version of the game. So it's really cool to see them bringing up the weapon camos getting distributed. You can see on the right hand side here, there's actually a camo that I'm using right now, the firearms camo, this rifle that's on my back. This is actually from PSO2 ES. So it's going to be pretty nice to be able to see that get brought in. I'm actually I'll go ahead and elaborate a little bit more here about PSO2 ES, and as well I'll go over some of the camos that's in the game and stuff to do a little showcase for y'all here after a moment. Real quickly though, I'll mention one more thing before we jump into the PSO2 ES showcase, and as well like showing off some of the camos and weapons. I just wanted to mention that they show one more thing here was, please allow me to easily generate skill add-ons repeatedly. It looks like coming up they're going to alter how you get skill add-ons. It looks like they're going to make it a little bit easier to repeatedly get skill add-ons, I guess. So they might not necessarily make it easier to get like higher levels and stuff, but they might make it easier to spam rolling for them perhaps. So maybe it will by default just make things easier. Hopefully it's going to be easier to get level 20 skill add-ons, but I guess we'll see. They didn't really elaborate too much here, but I'm really excited to see about the PSO2 ES discussion and the extra storage discussion. Hopefully we get a lot of these like various camos and weapons and stuff that Global just never got a hold of. There's so many different ones that are so nice. But I guess we're going to be getting more information on November 29th with the headline stream coming up, so stay tuned for that. Should be pretty interesting, y'all. And again, shout out to David at SEGA. It looks like David's always trying to like help out with doing like various improvements to the game, that things that we're missing. I really like David quite a bit. Looks like they're helping out with the global version quite a bit for getting things that player base wants. I like that. So this here is PSO2 ES. This is Japanese only. It's a mobile version of Phantasy Star Online 2. But it was tied to the main game. This dropped back in, I want to say this dropped back in 2014, maybe somewhere around there. It's been around for a really long time. I pretty much have played it since it came out, but I kind of stopped playing it around the time that Global launched in 2020, I guess. I kind of really started to focus Global more once Global did drop. But you can see they still support this. Like up in the top right, you can see the Overlord scratch, and you can see that there's like the Rappy Snug style scratches here too. There's actually a lot of different like things that are still supported here, and there's a lot of like weapon camos that you can get from this that are only from here. This mobile app was actually, it would notify you when there was an urgent quest in the game an hour ahead of time. That's originally how we started to get notified when urgent quest was coming. There's a lot of cool stuff with this game. It's kind of like a card game, but you also do like functions on the screen and like battle and stuff. It's really interesting. And you could even get like just special items that was only accessible from PSO2 ES. You was able to feed your mag from here, feed your pets. You was able to progress your collect files just by pressing a button, and it would actually let you like progress some of your progress on your collect files just by clicking a sheet. And one of the biggest things was like if you logged into PSO2 ES once a month, you got access in the main game to a PSO2 ES storage, which is a 100 slot extra storage that you can have, and you could actually access that storage in PSO2 ES as well as PSO2 base, the main game on the PC. So it was kind of like a shared storage that you could put items into. As you got items here, you could like transfer them into the game and stuff. It was really neat. This is actually a really cool thing. I was a little sad that Global never actually got this game. But it sounds like we might be getting some of the items that was exclusive to this, hopefully soon, from the post that David made today from SEGA. So hopefully that's going to be happening. It's giving me a ray of hope, because there's a lot of items that came from PSO2 ES specifically that I really wanted. So PSO2 ES actually even has like its own story mode and like some extra special characters that came from there. I'm sure many of you have seen Jean. Jean came from PSO2 ES as well as Moa. And it's actually pretty cool. There's actually a really in-depth story that came from this, and really cool characters. Jean's a fan favorite. I'm a huge fan of Jean. I actually have a Jean cosplay in both JP and global servers. And there's even like some other story characters that come from there as well. It was quite cool. And like inside of ES, there was actually like little panels. Certain stages you would just go to a boss, but certain panels you would like choose like pathways. And along the pathways, you would like recover items or just various things. You could avoid fights or go to fights. Like inside of the battles, it's actually pretty cool. It's a little dated now. I'm a big noob at PSO2 ES, honestly. But there's little chips down here you could activate, and like you get little special items. This is originally where Soul Receptor came from. For those of you in base PSO2 that have heard of Soul Receptor, you could transfer a soul much easier. And like each individual like chip that you had, some of the weaponoid chips that was based off of just like various weapons in the game, they actually made like little animated characters off of and stuff. It's really cute. They actually had like story missions tied to them as well. So that's pretty interesting. Like I wish I knew the Japanese language more so I could actually enjoy this better, just because like I'm sure a lot of the story here is actually really cool and enjoyable. So here we are in base PSO2. This is on the JP server. I'm playing on my JP account. And you can see like some of the camos that actually come from PSO2 ES would be like a lot of them are themed from PSO. Like the Final Impact here, for example, the launcher camo. This thing looks amazing. I actually really like this weapon. Like the front end of it opens up when you shoot, and it shoots a big green beam out. It's really cool. Another one would have been like the Yasha, for example, or the firearms camo. This is actually one of my absolute favorite rifle camos in the entire game. That's another PSO2 ES camo as well, is the Gould Mila. That's another PSO1 original weapon. And then of course the Psycho Wand. I think that's quite a fan favorite. That's another classic PSO weapon. Another that's really good that came from just PSO2 ES was the double cannon camo as well. Now the front and back of this is actually supposed to spin. For whatever reason the preview is not showing it spin, but this is actually an animated camo where the two blades are spinning like in circles. They rotate constantly. And another that I absolutely love is the Missouri H44 twin, the twin machine gun camo. You can see that this is actually like some old Wild West like 6-shooter revolvers, and for my cowgirl look that I recently made, these things are incredible. This is my absolute favorite TMG probably in all of PSO2, all of Phantasy Star that they've done. I really like these a lot. They even like sound like really good too when you shoot them. You know, it's been a really long time since I've actually like logged into base PSO2 on my Japanese account as well. Like, check it out. I played here so much. Look at this. Look at these records I have in base PSO2 on JP. 31,798 hours. That's a lot of playtime. That's hours there. That's playtime. 31,798 hours. And that's with me switching over to maining global back in 2020, like roughly like spring of 2020. Once global came out, I kind of like stopped playing JP so much. I still play a little bit, But I had most of this. I had over 30,000 hours before Global even launched. Pretty wild. 6 million enemies defeated, 62,000 quests complete. So I wanted to go ahead and show off some of the camos that hopefully we'll be getting from PSO2 ES and the global servers. So go ahead and go in here, and we're gonna start off with the Gold Mila. So the Gold Mila, pretty cool PSO1 weapon. That's a pretty neat little like bullet effect too, sound and whatnot. Definitely a cool nostalgia weapon. Pretty cool camo. Hopefully we'll get this. And then next I'll go ahead and show you all my favorite TMG, which is the H44 Twin Missouri. You can see this one actually looks like a proper Old West 6-shooter. This would be like really good for my recent cowgirl outfit that I made in Global. I really like this camo a lot. Like, it has an amazing bullet effect and sound whenever you shoot it. I really like the way that these sound. This is actually like one of my favorite TMGs in the whole game. Global never got hold of these either. This is an old type weapon. This was before the NT type weapons. The only way to get a hold of this was from Decal Maluda in challenge mode in Global. So it's just like a very limited thing to ever see in Global. It's really rare. I absolutely love these things. You can even see like the little cylinders spin whenever the bullets shoot. Like, pretty cool. They're actually like really neat and animated. Really like these a lot. And then we'll go ahead and show off the double cannon. The double cannon's actually another PSO1 weapon. And you can see it's just folded up on your back, not animated when you're standing still. But when you swing the weapon, it makes quite a loud noise, and it rotates and spins. Definitely a cool weapon. Classic nostalgia weapon here too. It's pretty loud. It's pretty neat though. Definitely another favorite. Good buddy and friend of mine, Yoko. He's been looking forward to getting a hold of this camo. So hopefully this will come to Global for him. I know he's been really wanting this. So this would be my favorite rifle in the whole game. This is the Firearms, and this weapon was originally from PSU Phantasy Star Universe, from the Great Arms Race, a Japanese event with player created weapons. And the way that worked was every player in the game was able to choose one of the 3 different weapon manufacturers, GRM, Yomei, and whatever Motube was called, Tenorworks. So there was a wand, a rifle, and Ank Gears, which is an axe. And players would choose one of those, and then they would do missions, event missions. And at the end of the event, whatever weapon manufacturer ended up winning with the most points actually got boosted stats. So this weapon came from that, and you can see whenever you fire it, it actually has like an amazing like bullet muzzle flash. It sounds just like an actual sniper or something. It's really cool. It looks like a Barrett 50 cal sniper. I really like the way that this looks and sounds. This is my favorite weapon by far. Definitely my favorite rifle for sure. I love this thing. You can even see like shell casings popping out of it as it fires. Super cool. And Global never actually got a hold of this weapon either. This was an 8-star weapon that dropped. It's an OT type. It's an old type. So this weapon actually was before you could even like grind with like weapons. It was just like strictly grinders, the much older grind system. Hopefully we'll get this from PSO2 ES and Global. That'll be nice. And then lastly, I'm going to show you all the Final Impact. So this launcher is also another PSO1 weapon, and you can see like it's closed up on your back when you're not firing. But whenever you go to shoot, it actually opens up. The front of it will open up, and it has quite a neat like bullet effect, like sound whenever it shoots. Looks really cool, sounds really cool. I really like this a lot too. This is all of these PSO2 ES camos are really cool. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of these in Global. Hopefully they won't be too hard to get a hold of. I really like all these weapons. Definitely neat. I think a lot of people will really enjoy having these. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for today. What are your thoughts of the extra storage and camos? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is appreciated. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Also, come follow me on Twitch, NiNjahCheeto. I stream PSO2 along with other games and enjoy chatting with my viewers there. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a wonderful day, friends. See you in the next one.